What if I told you that understanding a single ancient concept could unlock a timeless wisdom for navigating today's complex world? This isn't just history, it's a powerful toolkit for a more meaningful life. Let's dive deep into a concept that will truly revolutionize your perspective, making you feel more connected and enlightened than ever before. Today we're going to explore yi, or righteousness, and from Confucianism. This isn't just a word, it's a cornerstone of ethical behavior and personal integrity that has shaped East Asian thought for millennia. Get ready to understand why this idea is still incredibly relevant and how it can empower your daily decisions. Our journey into yi begins with its earliest conceptualization during the time of Confucius himself, around the 6th to 5th centuries BCE. Confucius, known as Confuzi in China, didn't just invent these ideas out of thin air. He was a great thinker who synthesized and reinterpreted older traditions to create a coherent ethical system. For Confucius, yi was deeply connected to ren, which means benevolence or humanity. Confucius believed that ren was the ultimate virtue, the ideal state of being human. Yi, or righteousness, was the path, the practical manifestation of ren in actions. It wasn't about following a rigid set of rules blindly. Instead, yi was about doing the right thing at the right time, in the right way, driven by an internal moral compass. It's about acting in accordance with moral principles, even when it's difficult or goes against your personal desires. This makes it a dynamic and context-dependent virtue. Imagine you see someone in trouble. Ren would be the feeling of compassion, the desire to help. Yi would be the actual act of helping them carefully, considering the best way to do so without causing further harm. So, yi is not just about having good intentions. It's about translating those intentions into appropriate and ethical actions. It's the practical wisdom of morality. Moving forward in time, we encounter Mencius, or Mengzi, who lived in the 4th century BCE. Mencius was a strong advocate for Confucius's Taikings and further developed the concept of yi. He famously argued that human nature is inherently good, and this inherent goodness includes an innate sense of yi. He believed that everyone possesses a four beginnings: siduan, the feeling of compassion; ren, the feeling of shame and dislike; yi, the feeling of deference and compliance; li, and the feeling of right and wrong; zhi. Mencius emphasized that yi is not something external that is imposed upon us, but rather an internal moral sense that needs to be nurtured and developed. He used analogies like the ox mountain, where the trees are cut down but the sprouts still grow, to illustrate that, even if people deviate from yi, the potential for it still exists within them. For Mencius, yi was crucial for moral self-cultivation, and for becoming a junzi, a noble person or a superior man. He linked yi directly to courage and resolve. A person with yi would have the moral courage to stand up for what is right, even in the face of adversity or danger. This internal strength derived from yi was seen as far superior to physical strength. So for Mencius, yi became a powerful force for personal integrity and moral fortitude. Then came Xunzi, or Xun Kuang, who lived in the 3rd century BCE. Xunzi had a different perspective on human nature. Unlike Mencius, Xunzi believed that human nature is inherently bad or selfish, and that morality, including yi, must be cultivated through education, ritual, and strict adherence to social norms. For Xunzi, yi was essential for establishing social order and preventing chaos. Xunzi emphasized the role of li, or rituals, and propriety in shaping human behavior and guiding individuals toward yi. He saw yi as a principle of justice and appropriateness, which ensures that each person performs their proper role in society. For Xunzi, acting with yi meant acting in accordance with established social and moral standards, which are put in place by wise rulers and sages to ensure societal harmony. It was less about an internal feeling, and more about disciplined adherence to external standards. Despite their differences in understanding human nature, both Mencius and Xunzi agreed on the paramount importance of yi for individual and societal well-being. They both saw yi as indispensable for achieving a just and harmonious society, albeit through different means of cultivation. Over the centuries, the concept of yi continued to evolve and be interpreted by various Neo-Confucian scholars. During the Song Dynasty, 960–1279 CE, Thinkers like Zhu Xi further synthesized these ideas. Zhu Xi integrated Yi into his comprehensive philosophical system, emphasizing its connection to the principle Li that underlies all things. He saw Yi as the manifestation of the heavenly print human actions. For Zhu Xi, to act with Yi was to act in harmony with the cosmic order, reflecting a profound understanding of rightness. So as we bring our journey to a close, what does Yi truly mean for us today? It's not just an ancient concept, it's a call to action. Yi encourages us to constantly reflect on our actions, ensuring they are not just self-serving, but contribute positively to our communities and the world around us. It's about developing an internal moral compass that guides us to make choices that are both principled and appropriate. It reminds us that true integrity comes from aligning our intentions with our actions, always striving to do what is right, even when it's challenging. This ancient wisdom, passed down through generations, still holds immense power to shape us into better individuals and create a more just society. Embrace Yi and watch how it transforms your perspective and empowers your life. Important English vocabulary and Korean explanations. Ancient 고대의 concept 개념. 운록 잠재력을 열다 밝히다. Timeless 시대를 초월한 wisdom 지혜의 나비 같은 길을 찾다 헤쳐나가다. 컴플렉스 복잡한 톨킷 도구 모음 유용한 방법. meaningful 의미 있는 revolutionize 혁명을 일으키다. perspective 관점. connected 연결된. enlightened 깨달은 계몽된. explore 탐구하다 탐험하다. righteousness 의로움 정의. confucianism 유교. cornerstone 초석 근본. ethical 윤리적인. integrity 진실성 청렴. shaped 형성했다. 밀레니아 수천 년. relevant 관련 있는 적절한. empower 권한을 부여하다 힘을 실어주다. decisions 결정. earliest 가장 초기의. conceptualization 개념화. BCE 기원전 before common era. synthesize 종합하다 통합하다. reinterpreted 재해석하다. coherent 일관성 있는. ethical system 윤리체계. ultimate 궁극적인 최고의. virtue의 미덕. 이데알 이상적인. manifestation 징후 발현. 리깃 엄격한. blindly 맹목적으로. internal 내적인. moral compass 도덕적 나침반. accordance 일치 조화. principles 원칙. dynamic 역동적인. context dependent 상황에 따라 달라지는. compassion 연민 동정. appropriate 적절한. harm 해악 손해. intentions 이도. translating 번역하다 생각 등을 바꾸다. inherently 본질적으로. innate 타고난 선천적인.